The way I'm doing this is I'm taking all the profits from the sale of these images, and luckily they've been sort of well received. We've been doing quite well in sales, and I'm partnering with the CBC. What we're going to do is tell any child that's in grade 11 or 12 in Canada to go to the CBC Dragons Den website, cbcdragonsden.ca, and post a 3-minute video explaining why $5,000 could help them start their entrepreneurial journey. It's wide open. There's no covenants on this. We think we'll get a wide range of different individuals, and I'm very excited because every week I'm going to write a check to somebody for $5,000. And what I hope happens over time is that we can follow up with these kids. Not everybody will be successful, but some will be. And if I just launch one great entrepreneurial career, it's well worth it. And I'm very proud to be part of this because we're amazed at Dragons Den in terms of what's happened. Our show is watched by kids that are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that have a real interest in becoming entrepreneurs. So we're stimulating something that's very important for Canada here, and I'm very proud to be part of it. What I love about art and being involved in this world is it's completely different than that world of business, where it's very binary, it's very scientific, it's black and white, you make money, you lose money. And I'm comfortable operating in that world, and I'm very interested in how you can be rejuvenated operating in the art world, which is total chaos and randomness and just a wonderful place to be part of. And so I don't think I could be the Kevin O'Leary business guy without at least having some rejuvenation from the art world. And that's sort of what I'm doing here. And I'll let others decide whether they like this work or they don't and where it fits in the continuum of art. But I'm very proud of it. I think some of the work is interesting, and apparently others do too, because we haven't even opened yet and we've sold $70,000 of it. So I'm looking forward to opening the doors and see what happens. I met Olga Korper when I was shooting a show called Redemption Inc. We shot it in Nicholas Matevier's gallery. It turns out those two are probably the most known curators and dealers of photography in Canada, if not the world. I mean, Toronto is one of the headquarters globally of the trading of photography. So I started asking them questions about, look, I'm thinking of doing my own show. What advice can you give me? And that started a year-long journey into this. There's over 40 people involved in making this exhibit. It's to create archival museum quality photographs is a time-taking, meticulous process. Each of these images costs over $2,000 to make. They're ready to sit on a wall for 100 years. I mean, they're handcrafted and printed on unique paper. But the point of it is that they help me sort of think through, how would I curate this? Would it be a time curation? Would it be a theme? And we came up with this, and Olga in particular, Olga Korper, was a real influence in how I put this together. I'm very happy to work with her. I'm very happy with the results, and so far, so good. I found this negative when I was doing some of the curation of this. This is actually a test print of some lights that in 1975 that I was looking at to use for portraiture, and I was just doing some time studies on myself, testing the lighting and to see what it would look like. And this image is of me in 1975. I call it my teen wolf days. Obviously, I was endowed with a full head of hair at the time. I'm not selling it, I just thought it would be fun to put in the exhibit, and it has been. A lot of people have marked at it. But it was a time when I was really starting to learn about how film works and how you can balance light and darkness and where the line of contrast occurs and how dense the light should be. So it was an important learning experience for me. But what I'm impressed about is, some of these negatives are 30 and 40 years old, and we've been able to use technology to bring them back to life and print them again in a way they've never been printed before. And so I'm just thrilled about it. And this is just sheer fun. Somebody said to me today that they're looking at it from the press, I bet you there's a horse under there with 4 legs. I think what you have to do as an entrepreneur today is you have to realize that life is very serendipitous. That even though you set a goal, the likelihood that that's the one you're going to achieve is very low. You're going to fail a whole bunch of times, but the pursuit of success is what matters, and eventually you get it right. I'm encouraging people now to be very flexible, because the world's a very kinetic, chaotic place. It's not clear what's going to happen next, and you've got to be flexible. So entrepreneurs that have a big bandwidth, that are able to absorb a lot of information, partner with people, work successfully with them and form teams and partnerships, I think are going to be more successful. I think it's probably one of the most exciting times on earth, because we've got this giant globalization occurring with so much growth in new Asian markets, and we have so many things in Canada that they want. I think it's a great time to be an entrepreneur, and I'm hoping that some of the people I fund will be those leaders and winners in the future.